right?
All right.
That's what I'm going to plan on doing. Okay, so all right. So I'm going to start with number 12.
All right.
There's no plus 3 there. There's just R. Okay, so I want you to write while I do this too, so you can go through each one of the steps
Yeah,
with me.
that's what I was going to do.
Okay. I look at this as 3 separate questions, and that's the way I'm going to attack it. This top thing right here,
With that one.
that's a question. The bottom thing right here,
And the 2 outcomes of that.
and then I'm going to just change this symbol in the middle to a divided sign. And then I'm going to use my rule for fractions and dividing to flip it and everything afterwards. So I'm going to simplify the top first. So I'm going to use our cross multiplication trick to do that. So this is going to be R minus 6, I'm going to put that in parentheses, times R plus 2. This sign right here stays the same, so I'm going to put minus there. And then R times 1 is R. And then I just multiply those two together, so that becomes the bottom of my fraction. So this is going to be R times R plus 2.
How would you get R plus 2 when you multiply these two?
I'm multiplying that times that.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I put that arrow down there, because I'm just going to take those two things and multiply them together.
Oh.
Okay? That makes that all into one fraction now. Okay? So the next step is just to simplify that. So this is, I FOIL these two things, so I get R squared, and then that's minus 4R, and then that's minus 12 minus R, and then that's over R times R plus 2. Do you see where I get the negative 4 from? Because I did that all in one step.
Yeah, the 6 minus 2.
Okay.
Oh, and then the minus R.
Okay, so now I got to combine these two terms together. And so I'm going to get R squared minus 5R minus 12 over R times R plus 2. So that's the top part. And now I'm going to do the bottom part as a fraction. So there's actually nothing to do here except for to flip it, right? So I'm going to write these two things side by side with one another. So I'm going to write divided by and that's going to be r squared plus 4r plus 3 over r. Is it r squared times r? Or plus r, right?
Yeah, plus r.
Okay, now that I have two solid fractions, I just have to make this a multiplication sign by flipping this thing over. So I'm going to rewrite the first one exactly the way that it's written.
2 r squared plus 4r.
And then I'm going to flip this one.
Okay.
You got the exact same thing I got? Okay?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to factor this part.
R plus. Yeah. R.
This r here and that r there cancel.
Okay.
And
Factor out these two. R plus or r squared and that one.
you can't do that.
No, you can't.
There's nothing you can kind of do for that.
So is it done?
Yeah. I just have to write those in parentheses next to one another because there's nothing else that I can cancel out.
Wait,
Actually, I can factor this
you can
bottom right
factor
here.
that one, yeah.
I can factor the bottom. So that's r plus 1 and r plus 3. And so the r plus 1's cancel. And then we can't factor this one, right? So I'm just going to rewrite it. So that's r squared minus 5r minus 12. And then I have an r plus 2 on the bottom and an r plus 3 on the bottom. And that should be the answer.
Okay.
I don't know where the 9r came from.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm still
Yeah, you can't add those two together because you're dividing them. I guess that might be where you got the 9r from.
Oh, I wrote down a 6r there, and then I think I added something to that. I don't know where though. Oh, right here. I thought that was a 2r, and then I wrote it up here.
So you see the mistake in it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I found out why I got questions wrong on that test. I mean, there was like 2 of them that I could have factored down more and more and basically simplified, which I forgot to do. And then there was one that I just went too fast on and wrote down totally the wrong thing, and I got that one wrong too. So I would have gotten maybe like an 18 out of 20 if I actually slowed down.
Okay.
So
Right.
which were
Well, that's actually a good thing, right? Because you know your mistake, so all you have to do is just
slow down.
and you can get it right.
And then he let me do one in front of the whole class just that was the one that I wrote down the wrong one, and he's just like, here, do it. I'm just like, okay, so he just gave me a point back.
Oh, awesome.
So which was very helpful. He usually never does that. We can do that one.
Okay, I'll write that one down. This is 2. Make sure you check my signs too, because when you have so much stuff, sometimes you get the question wrong because you just wrote down the wrong sign.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to be really particular about it. And this is 1 over x minus y. Again, I'm going to treat it like 3 separate questions again.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first part. This is the second part.
2.
And then that means divided by. So I'm going to do that last. Okay, so this time I'm going to write, but I want you to tell me what to write. In order to put these two fractions together,
Well, you gotta get the same bottoms
right?
for both of them. So you gotta multiply the one to the right by x minus y and the one to the left by x plus y.
Okay, so I'm just going to cross multiply up and keep the sign the same in the middle. So tell me what to write.
2x plus 2y.
2x plus 2y.
Over.
Not yet. Not over yet. We still have to finish the top. We still have to do this
okay.
part.
And then 1x minus 1y, which would be x minus y.
So plus x minus y. And then I can put my line down, and then what do I have on the bottom of that fraction?
And then x minus y, x plus y.
Mm-hmm. I don't have to do anything to the bottom, so I'm just going to immediately write it over to the side. That becomes the division mark. And then I'm going to write that fraction right next to it. What's the divided by symbol telling me to do?
Flip.
Flip the fraction. So I'm actually just going to erase this because I don't feel like.
That's what I'm doing.
So I'm going to erase the symbol too, and I'm going to make it times.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I can see something that can cancel out both x minus y's. Why'd you mark up the
I didn't mean
okay.
it's just a mark that's
It's
there.
fine.
Let me erase that so I don't get you confused.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was just like, whoa.
Okay. Just my pen hit the board when I was going over there. Okay.
And then just, I guess, the 1 could go in front of the x plus y, but you don't really need that. So
Why don't you combine like terms on the top there? That fraction.
2x plus, that'd be 3x plus y.
Over
X plus y.
And you're done.
Could you keep on going from this or no?
No. In order to cancel anything, those two things have to be exactly the same because you have the plus signs in between the two.
And you can only cancel there's a minus sign there, right?
They have to be exactly the same. So because there's a 3x there and there's an x there, and those two are the same, you still can't cancel them. The only way I could cancel this is if there was a 3 there, then I could factor out the 3 and then cancel both of them.
Oh, okay.
So I can't do anything else.
All right.